Hello everyone. Today I will introduce you to the beautiful peaks of Taiwan's Wuling Quadruple Mountains. A magical journey to Taoshan of the Wuling Quadruple Mountains, a symphony of clouds, rainbows, and sunrise in a 5-minute and 20-second narration. This journey of sweat, wonder, and breathtaking scenery will let you experience the magical charm of Taoshan, one of the Wuling Quadruple Mountains, as if you were there yourself. This trip, starting from the foot of Wuling Bridge, ascends above a sea of clouds, leads to an unexpected encounter with an iridescent cloud, and ultimately concludes perfectly amidst a magnificent sunrise in the vast expanse of Kalayeshan. Day 1. Ascending into the clouds, an encounter with a fairyland. Our story begins at the Taoshan trailhead, just past Wuling Bridge. The initial path is a gentle warm-up, the air filled with the forest's freshness. However, the real challenge soon arrives, the unforgettable, steep, Z-shaped firebreak trail. This is a test of willpower, where every footstep is an interweaving of sweat and gasps for air. As the altitude rises rapidly, the surrounding forest gradually transforms from broad-leaved trees to tall, upright Masson pines. Just as fatigue began to quietly creep in, a breathtaking scene unfolded before our eyes. At a turn with an open view, we were lucky enough to encounter a magnificent sea of clouds. Pure white clouds churned like waves beneath our feet, and the distant mountain ranges transformed into solitary islands floating upon this boundless white ocean. Sunlight pierced through the cloud layer, casting down golden rays that rendered the scene dreamlike and magical. In that single moment, all our hardship dissolved into profound awe and emotion. Carrying this deep emotion in our hearts, we continued upward, finally arriving at the triangulation point of Taoshan at an altitude of 3,325 meters. The summit offered an unbeatable 360-degree panoramic view, with the peaks of the Shuishan, Snow Mountain, range and the Central Mountain Range all within sight. Standing here, it felt as though we were on top of the world, and our hearts opened up with the vastness. As evening approached, we reached the cozy Taoshan cabin. Just as we were unloading our packs and preparing to rest, the sky put on an unexpected magical show. In the afterglow of the sunset, a colorful, iridescent cloud quietly appeared. The cloud, as thin as a cicada's wing, refracted a 7-colored spectrum like a rainbow. It was dazzlingly beautiful, as if it were a blessing bestowed by the mountain gods. This sudden surprise brought the most perfect end to our tiring first day. Day 2, the morning sun, a traverse, and the call of the bird mountain. The next morning, before the sky was light, we set out with light packs and ascended Taoshan's peak once more to greet the legendary, magnificent sunrise. When the first golden ray cut across the horizon, dyeing the eastern clouds a splendid orange-red and then transforming into a cascade of brilliant light, the entire world seemed to reawaken. Sunlight spilled over every mountaintop, and yesterday's sea of clouds now appeared even more layered and distinct in the morning glow. The feeling was so moving it was unforgettable. After being baptized by the sunrise, we embarked on the traverse route towards Kalayeshan. We first arrived at Shlunchen. This part of the journey was relatively gentle, walking along the ridgeline where the view would sometimes open up and at other times be hidden within the forest. On the way from Shlunchen to Kalayeshan, the scenery changed abruptly. We were met by the famous dense arrow bamboo groves. Walking through them, we were almost completely submerged by bamboo taller than ourselves, as if we were swimming in a green ocean. Although this section is nicknamed Bird Mountain for its poor views, it offers another kind of unique hiking experience. When we finally reached the triangulation point of Kalayeshan, the sense of accomplishment from completing the traverse was incomparable. Looking back on the path we had traveled, Taoshan still stood quietly in the distance. Over the 2-day, 1-night journey, we had experienced the trial of a steep ascent, the embrace of a sea of clouds, the surprise of an iridescent cloud, the moving beauty of a sunrise, and the fun of navigating through bamboo forests. This trip to Taoshan of the Wuling Quadruple Mountains was not just a physical challenge, but a feast that cleansed the soul, a symphony of magnificence, magic, and beauty.